Hey, what's up guys? I'm excited for today's video. I'm sure I'm not the only one that noticed that Pretty Merch, the most popular Chrome extension and add-on for merch by Amazon sellers, had a huge update recently. I'm sure everybody saw it. So in this video, we're gonna dive in to what changed. I'm excited to show you some of this new functionality, so why don't we get started? Quick reminder, take advantage of the free weekly print on demand giveaway. The link's at the top of the description, and 2 winners are going to be randomly selected and announced on Sunday. They're going to receive a license to Merch Titan's upload automation, Merch Ninja research tools, all sunsets, premium graphics, and Bubble Scout, the go-to Redbubble niche research and validation tool. Link in the description. Also, while you're down there, take advantage of my free 7-day Merch by Amazon mini course and join my Amazon Merch Facebook group. I'd love to have you there. All right. Got the business out of the way. So let's talk about Pretty Merch. Now, for those of you guys that haven't heard of Pretty Merch, where have you been? You've been living under a rock. This is the most popular Chrome extension that Amazon merch sellers use. It's the first one I always recommend grabbing if you're new. And what's cool is there's a free version, right? So we always love free things. I put this web page together. I will link to it at the top of the description above the giveaway. I'll put it right at the top. Or go to ryanhogue.com/pretty merch. And I have 2 links on this page. One is to Pretty Merch free, and one is to the Pro upgrade. But what's cool is right now, unless you want to preemptively upgrade your account, you can actually access all the Pro features, the ones that you typically have to pay for. I believe they're all free until I think they said December 6th. Okay, so we all love free stuff. This is the changelog. So it looks like Pretty Merch Pro Plus is free until December 6th. Now, here's the thing. I believe, feel free to check out the Pro features. Pro Plus is their research tool, so I'm not 100% sure if the free Pretty Merch is going to include the analytics and products tab. Let me know if it does in the comments. But in this video, I'm going to show you like how I use all of the full features of Pretty Merch. Okay, so you can see they added a new research tool. We're going to be checking that out for sure. Looks like that's going to for sure be free to everybody until December 6th. So take advantage of that. There is a new tier for tier 300,000. Unfortunately, I'm still waiting for my tier up. I'm stuck in tier 200,000. I know, shed a tier for me. I'm sure everybody's sad that I only have 200,000 upload slots. They're working on fixing a product syncing bug. I think I had experienced that. I've got Pretty Merch on a couple of my different browsers. I know, web developer, right? I have like 4 different instances of Google Chrome. So I've kind of seen like some that work, some that had the product sync issue. Anyways, Pretty Merch Pro has the new Pro Plus plan, and that includes all the Pro features plus the research tool. So I'll break down the differences between the different plans at the end of the video. All right, and let's dive into it. So I'm sure you guys have noticed when you log in after installing the Pretty Merch Chrome extension, you have little tabs going across the top, and the default view that you get is the dashboard. So really quickly, I know we're all familiar with it, but when you don't have the Pretty Merch dashboard, you see this. And you know what's funny? I always like to remind people that like there used to be a different dashboard than this that was even uglier. Sorry if any Amazon merch developers are watching. I'm sure you guys have better things to do than to watch my videos, but there used to be an even uglier dashboard than this one. So it used to be real bad, okay? But either way, I don't think anybody ever looks at this dashboard because once you install Pretty Merch, you see this. Okay, it completely transformed your dashboard. And when you're looking at the default view, you get to see things like how many designs you've uploaded. Well, actually not designs, that's your product count that you've uploaded today. So I get capped at 10,000 products a day. Each design that I upload, given I'm in tier 200,000, I enable all 64 products, which is across, it's every product on every marketplace. You can see today's sales, which I don't know why that's not available on the standard dashboard, but it's not. So you can see your sales just today. So as of me recording this video, I have 14 sales for $40 in royalties. You can see a breakdown of what actually sold today underneath there. You can see a chart of your last 7, I guess it's technically 8 days because it's today plus the 7 before that. And you can see how many sales you made per day. And underneath there, right here behind me, you can see a little bit more of a breakdown between yesterday's sales, last 7 days, this month, previous month, and beneath that, all time. And there's little like buttons you can push. And if you push them, it triggers a big overlay. And it has like a chart that's month to month to month breakdown of your entire, I guess it depends on the date frame that you click. But then you can click the bars that represent a month or a day, and you can see a breakdown of what products sold during that time frame as well. So it's really nice for people to drill down into your data. There's an analytics tab. I don't know if people really use this. It's probably the least used tab. It doesn't mean it's not useful, but I just don't know how many people really use it. Like I love it for making YouTube videos and showing different data points for my Pretty Merch account or my Amazon merch account. So here I'm showing you that you can set your time period as far back as you want. I set mine to all time. I selected all 7 marketplaces, 7 with Japan, and I hit analyze sales. So now I can see a bar chart going all the way back to April 2017 when I made my first sale. You can see December 2020 was a huge month for me, over 2,000 sales, and hopefully this year will be even bigger. Plan on it being. You can see my total sales breakdown by market, over 30,000 sales in the US, 500 in UK, 389 in Germany, etc., etc. You can see the royalties and the actual revenue. So I've sold 570,000 in the US market in revenue thus far. You can see a breakdown by product type that made sales. So I've sold primarily standard t-shirts prior to them making the change that they did this year where they distinguish between like designs and products. I would just push everything to standard t-shirts because they're the best sellers, but now I get to like diversify my offerings. And you know what's crazy? I've seen a lot of throw pillows selling lately. When I say a lot, I mean relatively speaking. But I've been seeing like at least one a day, some days like multiple. I think yesterday I had like 2 or 3. So that's pretty interesting. Don't sleep on the throw pillows. And also I had a picture that I've shown you guys in a YouTube video of all the little like micro chihuahuas that we have. And I kind of edited them together in a design tutorial that I did earlier this year. And it actually sold on a tote bag the other day. So I always get a smile on my face when I see that sell. All right, so you can break down by fit type, men, women, unisex, kids. You can break down by colors. Black shirts are my predominant bestseller. Of course, the primary thumbnail that you see in search results is black. So it makes sense that most people buy a shirt in black. Also, you know, I optimize my designs to look good on a black shirt since that's the primary thumbnail that people see if black is an option. So, you know, just making sense of the situation there, but that's a little tip. You know, optimize for black shirts. That's what most people see. You can drill down into your products sold. Okay, so you can actually set like the market, the type of product, colors. So you get to drill down. I actually like to use the products tab to do this though, for the most part, although this shows you more information about like the sales, returns, royalties, fit type, etc. Speaking of the products tab, this is one that is probably underutilized relative to the potential that it actually holds as far as like its usefulness. It's very useful. Okay, so when you click the products tab, guys, you get to see these filters, right? Search, and you can do a keyword search. You can search on title, brands, bullets, description, ASIN, great. You can break down by marketplace, love it. But here's where I really like to do my magic, let's call it. So you see where it says more filters. So if you click that, here's the best utility that I think the product tab holds. I'm going to show you. I mean, it's packed with utility. I don't want this video to go on too long, but this is one that everybody needs to be made aware of, okay? When you're here, you can use the created date filter, and you don't have to use that one, but it's one way that you can kind of filter, and I'll show you why I'm saying this is useful. You can pair that with the has sold, yes, no, or just say pending removal, you know, 91 to 180 days. It does the math for us, and it knows that like no sale, and based on when it was uploaded, it's going to be removed in a certain time frame. This is extremely useful if you're not in tier 200,000, which I'm sure the majority of people that watching are not into, you know, T200K yet. I'm sure you guys all will be one day, but you know, until you have infinite upload slots, you kind of need to be, you know, strategic about how you use your slots. Obviously, a slot that's not filled is not making you any money, so try to get them filled. But also, what happens when they're all full? You can't upload anything new. You're going to need to make space for the new designs. Well, come to the products tab, use some of these filters that help you identify products that have been live for a long time that have no sales. Delete them. But here's this: you guys are going to be blown away if you haven't seen this. Ready? You can bulk delete. So use these filters, and then there's even a select all checkbox. So if you have a filter that you really like, select all. And in this case, I just showed you 3 products, but you can select, you know, more than 3, as many as you want. And when you hit delete, it hits you with one more pop-up to confirm that you actually want to delete these. So 5 plus 5 equals 10, and then click delete 3 products, and it goes and it does it for you. Now, if you've never deleted a product from Merch by Amazon, it is a slow, boring process. I don't know what else to call it. You have to go in your manage tab, you have to click twice, and then click the pop-up. Like I'm one of these like crazy people that is always thinking of like how many clicks something takes and then how much time it's going to take. And then I say like, all right, if it takes this long to delete one product and I have to delete 100, well, it's going to take me this long. And then I'm just like, man, I hate my life. This is taking way too long. So bulk delete to me is perfect. You got with print on demand, you know, your time is money. So anything you can do to save time, take advantage of it. All right. And of course, the reason we're here, sorry, I put it at the end. I probably should have put it at the beginning, but hey, if you're still with me, hit that like button, by the way, if you like this video so far. the research tab. This is the new functionality. This is what's going to be associated with Pretty Merch Pro Plus. Okay. Now they have just built out a research tool straight into Pretty Merch, which means it's straight in your Amazon merch dashboard. It's crazy that, honestly, kind of crazy it took this long to do, because when you think about it, it's like perfect. You know what I mean? You're now one click away from seeing the best sellers, the trends, etc. So these are the default filters. By default, you'll see it's sorting by best sellers, and then you can search on keywords if you choose to. You can have it search title, brand, and bullets. I actually suggest that you use title only as your default. All right. Title only, based on my experience testing it, returns better results. Okay. If you leave it in like the brand or the bullets, we all know like the primary keywords are typically in the title. So if you let it search brand and bullets, you're going to get less relevant, more fringe matches. So I actually recommend using title only. You can sort by marketplace. You can sort by product. I'm sure they'll expand the marketplaces and products soon. You have a BSR range filter. I haven't really played around with that much, but if you're looking for like high-end competition, like high-end sales potential, but don't want to compete with like the products that everybody sees, you may want to consider dragging the left side of that slider from 1 and moving it to like 100,000. That way the highest ranking BSR point you'll see will be 100,000 BSR or greater. Remember, you kind of want to zig while everybody else zags, and using that BSR slider and just kind of moving it away from the default is probably a great way of changing like what you see versus what everybody else sees. So that's a quick little tip there. Now, if you scroll down, you'll see the best sellers again by default. These are basically what you see when you just go to the category that all the merch products get listed under and do nothing. Although one thing that's different and that makes these research tools great is it filters out automatically the big brands. So we're not seeing a bunch of Marvel and Disney shirts. Okay, so those are already removed for us. What's cool too, you can click the little shield icon over any of these products, and it will pull up the product analyzer. So here you see all the standard information. It's basically a replica of what you see on Amazon, but it puts all the relevant data to us, the sellers, right in front of us. Okay. And they've got like a little green checkbox, availability, buyable. So it's not like a, Let's Go Brandon shirt that used to be buyable, but then it got removed. So that's always good to be aware of. BSR changed recently, so it's tracking increases or decreases. Obviously, it's kind of counterintuitive, but a decrease in BSR is signifying a sale or more sales. So you want to see decreases in BSR as it gets closer and closer to being the best seller, right? You can see the price point, estimated sales a month, estimated lifetime sales. You can see the reviews. It links directly to the review. You can see the bullets, etc. Down here at the bottom near me, there's a keyword analysis. It tries to weigh the most valuable keywords associated with this listing. So if you want to enter this niche, you don't need to guess what keywords to target in your title, your bullets, etc. Go ahead and just take the guesswork out of it and use this. It's giving you the keywords. It's got a little copy button as well, so you can just copy them. All right, so here's some quick examples of how you might use this. This is how I would go about using it. So if I want to sell Christmas shirts, I type Christmas into the keyword, and then I switched it over from title, brand, and bullets. I switched it over to title only. That is my recommendation. And I kept it on US market. That's where I like to optimize my research and designs for. Then I hit search, okay? And you can see here some of the results. Another usage, you might want to look at future trends, okay? Future trends is what it sounds like. It's looking for significant jumps in BSR. And when I say jumps, I mean in the right direction, signifying like increased sales velocity. So when I say jump, I mean decreases in BSR, okay? And this is not like a perfect science. They're doing this algorithmically. This is me speaking to the web developer side of my brain. If one day maybe there'll be AI that can say, okay, these are the right trends and these aren't. Right now, though, it's really just looking for, like I said, significant gains in BSR, drop-offs in BSR, signifying like no sales to a lot of sales, ideally. And, it's not a perfect science, but for instance, when the Let's Go Brandon stuff was just starting off, you would find them littered in the BSR movers. Okay, so this is a good spot to keep your eye on. Just in case you come across a new trend that's just emerging. You've got the lowest BSR, and this is basically the same as best sellers, except it just does a sort by low to high. And best sellers is basically almost the same with a little bit different. So for the most part, it's the same. Just going to rank them in order numerically. And then all the way at the end, you've got the new designs. Okay, so this is not doing any sorting based on like BSR the way that future trends is. This is just new submissions to Merch by Amazon that were picked up by the Pretty Merch research tool. So go ahead and check this out. And I mean, I probably wouldn't spend as much time here. I'd probably spend most of my time, honestly, just going to the lowest BSR and scrolling and scrolling and scrolling. This is the type of thing I do when I do my top 5 niches of the week. I do it repetitively, and that way when something new is emerging, I kind of recognize it pretty quickly just because of the repetitive nature. I'm spending a lot of time looking at the best sellers. As you scroll down, it will load more products. So you can pretty much scroll forever, and it's just going to keep loading more and more and more. And depending on what filters you've got, generally speaking, you're going to see them ranked in terms of like most sales to fewer sales. Okay, so as you get further away from the top, you're seeing less sales velocity. So just factor that in. All right, and speaking of top 5 niches of the week, make sure you guys are subscribed. I'm going to try using the Pretty Merch research tab for this week's top 5 niches, so I'll let you guys know how it goes. So make sure you're subscribed so you catch that. Now, I did mention I'm going to walk you through the pricing. So Pretty Merch Standard, $0. You can use the link at the top of the description. Go install the Chrome extension completely free right now if you didn't already. Pretty Merch Pro is what we're all used to existing prior to this most recent update. That was $9.99 a month, and you got access to the full dashboard, including like the historical charts. You got access to the analytics tab, the products tab, and those are all great. But Pretty Merch Pro is going to get you access to the research tab as well. So you're going to be one click away from all the trends, all the best sellers, all the inspiration you need for your niche research. So that would be, I mean, honestly, it's still new. Like I said, I'm going to use it for top 5 niches of the week and give you an honest review. But thus far, I like what I see, guys. And I'm sure it's, you know, it's new. So they're going to keep building it out and adding new functionality. So yeah, guys, check that out. The link in the description will take you to either Pretty Merch for free or Pretty Merch Pro. And I love when you guys use my link because then I get a little kickback. So I appreciate that. So ryanhogue.com/Pretty Merch. Thank you guys for watching. Please drop a like and subscribe if you're not already. Before I sign off, wanted to remind you, I did write a full course walking you through how I went from tier 10 to tier 200,000, exactly step-by-step how I would recommend starting, scaling, and then eventually, if you choose to, automating your Merch by Amazon business. So you can find out more in the description. But thank you guys for watching. Enjoy the rest of your day.